Good morning, everybody. We're here in the panhandle of Florida along the Japola River, not far from where the Ocheesee Pond wild man was captured in the 1800s. It lies in the Garden of Eden. There was a documentary filmed about 50 years ago talking about how this place in the valleys and the cliffs of the panhandle might be the mystical Eden. 27 of the 28 trees of the Bible still sit in that park. And plus, gopher wood, which Noah used to build the ark, the lightest and strongest wood in the world, only grows there. It is truly a special place. And then in modern times, of course, Stacy Brown and his father filmed that 9-foot tall creature in the thermal imaging. It was all over Finding Bigfoot, Animal Planet, Discovery Channel. It's been looked at by top professionals. And even the recreation, which Bobo is a very big guy, he is dwarfed by the size of it. I had an encounter where one was wading in a creek beneath me and Ninja Ronnie. We also had a big boulder be thrown behind us on the trail, kind of warning us to move along. Donnie Miller also had a little face-to-face encounter on the Torreya Challenge part of the park. My buddy Cameron almost got knocked out, not by fist or anything, but by a force. He was down on the ground, and a couple of the items have actually went missing from that hike. The ranger had to check up on him and everything. It was pretty wild. I had my shoes off by the end of that one. I had boots on, but my feet were soaked, and oh man, I was in pain for the next few days. But it was a good hike. But out here is paradise, man. I've found some strange structures this way. Plus, there have been tons of encounters along the Sweetwater River. Giant alligators. Also, this place called Look and Tremble, which my fellow people that are here, week in, week out, you guys know the stories about Look and Tremble. It's the only white water here in Florida, and there is a headless man looking for what he lost after dark. There was many snake handlers under religious terms that passed away back here. So I'm keeping my eye on my 3 and my 9, as well as my 6 and my 12. I love seeing the pine cones out here, because that is the sacred pattern, the blueprint of life, our Creator's fingerprint. There's a lot of hunting in this area, so we do have to watch out. I have found some cool hunting blinds and weird shelters mixed through these woods. Even just look at this trail. Looks like something has been using it. Definitely some deer recently, but what else? Right by all the broken structures as well. I have a nice interview planned with Thomas Cardis from North Carolina Cryptid this weekend. I'm super pumped. I also just recorded with Miguel from Sasquatch Theory. Happy birthday, homie. And Vic Cundiff from Dogman Encounters. My story was on his Sasquatch Eyewitness Radio. I'm really excited for those to be released. I also called in to Sean G, Chasing the Truth, a couple times recently. He's got a really good thing going over there on Dark Waters and Fringe FM. Just building a community of open-minded people. Plus, it's like the headquarters for all these different people to keep in contact. The wind will play funny games with your mind. but you just have to trust your gut. See a really cool tree break up here. Perfect triangle. The pyramid. Something's been using this path too. Not sure if I made this cut the last time, but I had boots on last time. Gotta be a little bit more careful. But I am the balancing man. But sometimes that doesn't matter. That is a really cool trinity. I'm super excited for the Matrix to come out just in a couple weeks. I'm gonna try to do LSD and go to the theater, or maybe microdose some shroomy tea. But it's gonna be legendary. I've came a long way with Morpheus, Trinity, and Neo. The first one really opened my eyes. I took the right pill. Reloaded, folded my mind over, showed me who I really was. And Resurrections is when I was down, I failed, but I came back even stronger. Blind or not blind. Then the Animatrix was 9 short episodes. It dove into different aspects of the mind, body, and soul. You cannot go wrong with that. So I can only begin to dream what the possibilities hold for the next one. Something running off in the opposite direction. Sounded of decent size. Most likely a deer or a fox. But definitely not a little squirrel or a mouse. I just felt like I saw a shadow, but it was high up in the trees. Could be my mind playing tricks on me, my eyes. Might have been a poor small animal caught in the middle of me and something bigger than the trees. Just recently saw Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, with Jack McClellan from Altered Cortex Design. He is the director of The Void Cat, which is also about werewolves and splinter cats, and definitely takes some wild man aspects. He made a Bigfoot documentary called Bridges, A Disturbance in Flat Creek. But yeah, we enjoyed the movie. We kind of enjoyed laughing at it and making fun of it a little bit more than the premise and everything. But it did have a cool gothic video game vibe to it. And the demon dog was very cool to see the origins of that. So overall, the experience was fun. And then we went to a haunted graveyard, St. Luke's Episcopal Church, where they fought a Civil War battle. And Joseph Russ, who killed himself from the Russ house, the famous mansion. He's buried there, so it definitely has some activity. But Jack was busting out a new rig on his camera, so it was super dope to get some shots after dark on a scary night. And every time I link up with Jack, we're always talking about Cthulhu, different elementals, spiritual deities. I'm super excited to see what's next. It's about to connect the Haven Woods, Lost and Found, the Void Cat, all in one. Inside the mind, inside the idol, inside the curse. I really cherish this time out here in the swamps. That's why I moved from Ohio to Florida and lived out of my car, you know. Put myself true vulnerability outside my bubble of comfort. And good things have happened. I've met the right people. All my needs have been met in abundance. But it never does come easy. There's trials and tribulations, there's failures. There's things that show you the path all along. But it's awesome to share my journey on many different platforms, through the movies, through my books, through the podcast, through even simple comments in the chats. But also going live and direct on YouTube and TikTok. I'm looking even into starting streaming on Twitch. My buddies are starting a Halo Infinite league for Wednesday nights for a small amount of money, a little prize. And I think it's a really cool way to keep in touch with my old friends, and we've been playing together since Halo 1, competitively since Halo 2. So for all that to come together will be truly magical. And I use it to spread awareness about the aliens and the extraterrestrials and these other deities that are hiding in the shadows. Because even Halo will tell you about the banshees and the ghosts and the specter. Go to the Haven, the Narrows, the Sanctuary. Look for the guardian in the lockout, the construct of the pit. You just have to read in between the lines. They've always been there with Cortana and the Chief and 117. You could tell which way the storm came in from some of the trees, but others do not make sense. You have to question if that's forest language or just a true monster in the storm. After Hurricane Michael, people were claiming there were demons in the clouds. We were hearing whispers. The eye of the storm was right above us in this area. And yes, it was psychedelic. It was scary. It was horrifying. The worst part was, watching my sister and my mom have everything they worked for ripped from them. And my sister is an addict, an ex-addict, getting over it. She's recovering. She's doing great. But to have the consistency ripped from you, and her job just blew away with the storm. Super sad. But she bounced back and she actually joined the work crew. It's like 60 hours a week. Really high pay. A lot of her coworkers actually reported sightings and strange roars from the forest, because the entire region was decimated. It was one of the worst storms to ever make landfall. My buddy Laryl, he lives on Ocheesee Pond. Him and his neighbor had one running right through their yards, basically causing an earthquake. And he's not the only one from Ocheesee Pond with a story. Uncle Joe Colson, old radio guy, he makes his own hearing aids, and he could tune them to listen to these creatures deep in the woods. I know a family that is related to the people that caught this creature, and they've told me a lot more interesting stories, like mummified Indians in caves, under brush, under stone, in islands in the Devil's Half Acre. There's only certain times of the year when you can get to certain parts back there, with the water levels and the cypress traps. When we come out here at night, not even filming or anything, the whole place is alive with vibes and noises. And we just sit across the river, just try to smoke. The heat has definitely picked up out here. I'm very thankful I ditched my jacket. I could probably even get rid of my sweatpants, but I'm using them as a little bit of protection against whatever's out here in the tall grass. I've seen the Stephen King movie of the tall grass. The possibilities are endless once they go out of your sight. Around here, Creature from the Black Lagoon was filmed, Cobra Gator, and also Zillafoot. So who the heck knows what lies beyond the pines? What's on the last house on the left? It is very peaceful out here. Never much foot traffic, so I feel like it's my own trail. Just want to say hi to everybody who's live with me right now on TikTok. I appreciate all of you guys. Definitely check out my newest video, the story of Henry McCabe, who was possibly killed by a Sasquatch. Weird samurai chatter, strange markings on his body, and a lot more down the rabbit hole. And his death is only one of many strange ones. I plan on spreading awareness of Cullen Finnerty, Jared Adaro, Dennis Martin, many of the cases that were covered by David Paulides raise question marks of strange things. Owlman talked about how sometimes when there is folded clothes or the bones are found in places that were searched many times before, he said that is the ancient ones, the people covering their path, trying to restore balance under the great creator. I love seeing the forest come to life. I have my EMF detector in my bag, and I will soon show people how it's done out here. But I also wanted to take people to one of my favorite spots right here. This picture went viral recently in the Sasquatch world. The forest language is abundant out here, and this is where I heard knocks and whispers last time I was here. Can already hear the birds chattering, and a whisper and an echo way back there if you listen closely. Cannot wait to camp out here at night, because this is the spot that we are going to leave at. Very special place. Before the storm, this was even thicker of a forest, even fuller of a jungle. I heard some wood knocks from either a woodpecker or the stump jumper. The cabbage people are out here. There are stories of little people, Tristan Smith and Cameron from Hidden Relief. They're dealing with a house elf that causes mischief inside their place. And then their cousin, Wyatt, he's about 7 years old, he was being chased by an insectoid. It had like 6 legs chasing after him, but it was non-aggressive. Another guy we call the Duck Dynasty guy at the comic book store, he has a giant beard. He grew up on a mound around here, dug into the mound, and saw a little green gremlin that he later became closer friends with. All those happen in this region. There are other stories of strange creatures in the night, like the dog man that Jack McClellan saw over in Chattahoochee, just right down the river. And also the hog-nosed bear that Tristan's grandfather encountered decades ago on the same property. His sister and mom saw a Sasquatch out their window. Plus another time, it was pulling their pool cover with a bunch of meat on top of it. That's one of the most extraordinary stories. I can't wait to get Tristan to tell that one to everybody. But right here, guys, this is definitely a spot because it gets a little thicker. There's definitely a change in frequency and vibration. You can just see that there's an opening right there. So clearly that path gets used right into there and then also through there. Jeff Harding is calling me right now. Jeff, I'm sorry, brother, but I'm on live. But Jeff Harding, shout out to him. Pine Island Research. I sadly can't mute it, can't answer it because I'm on live with multiple people right now, and the GoPro is recording right when I was trying to say this place has special vibes. So sadly, I feel like I just stained this place a little bit. Facebook calls are the worst because they just keep on ringing. On Christmas, my brother Dakota I was hiking in the same spot. Had my phone on in my bag. This dude called like 6 times. So imagine an extended call like that. I thought someone was dying. I'm like, dude, he was trying to give me a plate, which was delicious. But if it rhymes, it works. Plate can wait. No, I appreciate that so much. It's definitely a special time, a special place. Oh, there's a big birdie. A lot of evidence of deer coming through. I'm sure the hunters had a good season. The wildlife is abundant out here. You can hunt you can hunt hogs all year round. So that's pretty cool. They are very smart animals and sweet animals, but they are a huge nuisance as well. So it's a weird balance you have to walk. At least we can use their meat when we do take them. But I'm looking forward to going with Donnie and learning some about nuisance animals and just the ins and outs of hunting. I grew up hunting with my grandfather, but you know, I kind of faded away from it with my hunt for the strange and paranormal. Plus, when I moved from Ohio to Florida, I was far away from my grandparents' 180-acre farm down in Ohio Valley, not far from BF Bud and all the mounds. Grew up going to Wheeling and Moundsville, and now I narrate newspaper articles that talk about giant bone excavations there. Strong smell. It's like pines. It's definitely not a foul odor. Something just ran and jumped over there. I'm really excited to see Tim T and Wynette and Marie and all my other Florida family like Desi, Bigfoot Dave. Hope Central Florida Bigfoot will be there at January at the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference. I think Mogion will probably already be back in the desert by then. But I'm sure to see Christine, CD Squatcher, Stevie B, Barb Santee. So the spirit will be alive for sure. Flat Rock Booger, of course, will be there. I'm going to be perched up at the Outcast Paranormal table with James Brose, Josh Watkins, Emmett, and of course Stacy Brown. Bunch of legends. RPG is the MC, the host, and he's bringing Maria from Expedition Bigfoot, so I'm really excited for him to introduce me to her. And then Lyle Blackburn is going to be there. Lyle's awesome. And then also Lauren Coleman, who's definitely groundbreaking in this field. That gets pushed back there. Can hear some heavy flow. Sounds like a creek with a waterfall back there. And you guys know what a water source brings. I brought it. Oh man. I think that was a locust It's a locust the size of my forehead, just drilled me in my head. Yes, there's a creek down there with a little bit of a waterfall. It's hard to see. It's just a little drop off. That is amazing. But look at this tree. Where did that fall off of? Where did that snap? Oh, I guess right there. Could have dropped. A weird fall though. And a couple months after that, I'm gonna be speaking at the Southwest Florida Skunk Ape Bigfoot Town Hall Conference. Phyllis Caesar got me to come out to the other side of the state, but I'm really excited because I'm definitely gonna hit the Everglades and stop at my dad's. Look at this palm tree out here just in the middle of the forest. That is really cool. Sometimes Sasquatch will pull these palms apart and get the grubs, kind of like Timon and Pumbaa. But more importantly, we get a better look at this creek that is making all the noise. Look how clear that water is and beautiful that sand is. I'm sure you can find some cool fossils. This palm just wants to say what's up to me. I have a bunch of Satsumas and even a baked potato in my bag that I am gonna leave for gifts for the skunk ape. I probably should have been dispersing the bags already to make it a little easier to carry, but hey, do it on the way back. That's what it's all about. Here in Florida, you don't even have to go off the trail because some trails haven't even been touched in months or years. But of course, once you do step off, things get even stranger, as we've proved in the past. There's just so much activity with the formations in the trees. I'm really excited for 2022. Definitely have big goals. Like to be past 100K on TikTok. I'd like to see like 5 or 10K on YouTube, but definitely have big goals of getting that plaque one day, making a living from this. We just announced my book deal with Beyond the Fray Publishing. They're putting out my 4 books and then 1 or 2 of my new ones. I'm super excited about those. Look at this tree activity. That is twisted and torn and pulled. It definitely gets thick back there. Next time I will wear my boots and we will take that hard left. I see a building up there and my mind will be blown if that is the fishing landing that my mom and I have been to. Just heard a strange sound over there to the right. It was like, it's like it's trying to whistle me in. Could have just been the babbling brook. That was a weird vibration under my foot. I don't know if I stepped on a snake, because I heard a noise like 5 feet ahead, a little bit after. Just a weird occurrence, nonetheless. Just like that. It looks like it could be like 3 toes or 3 fingers. I don't know. We just got to keep our eyes peeled and our ears open. Some fallen trees right there. There's a nice flat area. I'm gonna leave some Satsumas right in this area. Satsumas are seedless oranges that Jackson County here in Florida is the capital of the world because it just gets certain cold enough that they get sweet. They're really cool. I know a Satsuma farmer that I have way more than I could ever eat. I gave a bunch out. I gave a bunch out at the camp out in Mayaca last time. It'll be interesting next time we come back here to see if they're taken from that spot. I'm being wrapped up in vines now. And I still have some more Satsumas. I do have some more gifting spots. Time for a little water break. Whew. I could smell the sweat on me, and that is good for the hunt, for the hairy man. I'm really excited to be on the journey with Bigfoot Odyssey and the next 168. I also have some plans trips planned. Plans tripped. With Outcast Paranormal. And then we're going up to Flat Rock Booger's house very soon. Me, Tristan, hopefully Tyler Howell Outdoors from the Pensacola area. Tyler and Matt from Squatch in South Florida were just on Gypsy Road with the Young Guns episode. It was really cool talking about the future of this Bigfoot search and the next generation that is interested in the topic. And I'll tell you right now that it's exploding. You know, the interest in this new world is blowing up. Everybody knows truth is stranger than fiction. I definitely should have wore a hair tie because the sweat is starting to pour down. I have one camera facing forward, one camera facing backward, just like Scott Carpenter does up in Tennessee. And he's had a lot of success. One last look at our friendly palm tree. But actually, we'll use this palm tree as a gifting site as well. I will put these oranges up as high as I can, the Satsumas, the seedless oranges. I think that's a pretty good spot. If you look up, I placed them inside the little holders, about 7 feet up. So it would have to be a pretty big creature to get those Satsumas from the tree. I'm very interested in checking it the next time we come back. I have peanut butter along the same river. They also like ribs. Heard other strange things that they like to eat, like kitty litter, cigarettes, and also frozen dong from porta potties. Love hearing that creek over there to the right side. It is truly magical being here in Florida. I'm just reminded pretty much every single day of why I moved down here. Even hard days of work, I'm driving down past Crystal Blue Springs and Dogman sighting places. Right here, it looks like something's came in and out of this trail. Made a little trail right through there, right up that tree bank, into the creek and across. No surprise. Yup. No surprise that it opens up right over here too. Very, very interesting. I'm really looking forward to going back to Ohio, diving into the mysteries that made me me. The Witch's Ball, Crybaby Bridge, Helltown, Salt Fork, Ash Cave in Hocking Hills, Mohican, Franklin Castle, downtown Cleveland. I also want to check out the subway tunnels of Cincinnati. There's a bunch of bars I want to check out in Columbus that are really haunted. But I've had some of my best LSD trips at Ohio State. And then just walking around the architecture building, seeing all the crazy illusions, landscapes. It's just amazing, man. There's a couple haunted bridge in that area that I've just spent hours on, just looking at the self through the reflection of the water and through the shadows and the echoes of the past. I have a lot of good friends that I want to tell my recent stories. I want to see if anything's crazy happened to them. We'd always go to Irma's house, sneak in through the cellar door, and end up in the attic where sadly she ended herself and she pushed her family through the coal chute. We would always spend a lot of time. This looks like a marked little spot. So you can literally hear the whispers. It's literally saying words right there. That's probably all some people hear from me. It's just buzz, 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 buzz. Then I come with, yo, Cheesy Pond Wild Man, captured in the 1800s in the panhandle of Florida. Why are more people not talking about this? I'm gonna do 3 loud hand claps back here, and we'll just see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if something mimics those 3 claps on our way out. I appreciate everybody popping in live. Definitely check out my recent video of the Henry McCabe case. Got 16,000 views overnight. I'd like to see it hit 100K just to raise awareness. It's always a beautiful thing seeing a video pop off and go viral, because the connections you establish. I share hundreds of pictures, dozens of video evidence, and some people get mad at me when, you know, 1 or 2 of them have been deemed a hoax or debunked. They don't understand that the shadow government will debunk authentic stuff and also push out false narratives. So yes, sometimes there is sinister stories behind pictures, but I'm just opening up the dialogue with hundreds, with thousands, with hundreds of thousands of people about these creatures. And for every post I make, I get about 3 to 10 stories sent to me. And I get to be there for those people. I also just get to hear more stories and facilitate them through the community. So I think it's important, regardless. So some people that deem stuff hoaxes, you know, I could deem stuff hoaxes on all y'all all day. You know, I hear them dismiss flat earth like it's idiocy, but they believe that water bends. What a joke. Buzz Aldrin himself said on multiple occasions that they never went to the moon. How the heck would the final shot pan up of them leaving the moon? Did they leave 1 crew member behind to die on the lunar surface? Why haven't we been back? They said we destroyed the technology. They filmed over the VHS tapes because they were running low in the 70s. They broadcasted a live show from the moon's surface on 8 volts of battery. It takes a local news station at least 40 just to power the local region. Then we add in that water doesn't bend. And if you look up the world record furthest photograph ever taken, it's like 279 miles away, I'm pretty sure. And you can see mountains. There would be 9 miles of curvature. The tallest mountain is 2 miles tall, but yet you can still see it. Amazing. Donnie Miller was out with the fishing boat captain 41 miles out. And he got a telescopic lens and could zoom in on the buildings on the coast. It'd be hundreds of feet under curvature. Please explain how the sun and the moon could be in the sky at the same time. And you'd say, oh, well, it's nighttime in Australia. Okay, well, where is the moon then? Everything is above us. Heaven is above us. Australia is not farther away than hell. If you look at the Disney logo, it's a kingdom with the dome going over its head. It's amazing. The symbolism is right in our eyes. If you simply Google, does gravity exist? It's true paradise under the dome. I love just feeling all the abundance of energy and vibrations that are in the air. There's a harmony out here that sometimes our ears and eyes can't really pick up on. Our body feels it though. Our cells absorb the nutrients that are just floating outside here. That's why I think the Sasquatch and the fairy and the elemental and all these other deities that are out here full time in the forest, they are so further advanced than us. We have too many distractions, poison in our water, Wi-Fi, petty jobs, responsibilities that we have to dumb ourselves down to even live up to. It is tough. It is tough work. And I feel like we have a lot to learn from these ancient people. And sometimes it just starts right here at the doorway, the gateway, the void. What a special place. I am going to leave some Satsumas here for offering, just because this place definitely holds some sacred territory and special bond with the region. I'm also just so thankful to come out here, because there were times earlier these past few years that they were trying to lock us down mentally and physically. I have a bunch of Satsumas and also a baked potato that I'm going to leave right here. Hopefully this will feed the family. If every single one of these Satsumas is gone by next week, that'll be very interesting. And I most definitely will bring some back. I have a steady connect with the seedless oranges. They originally came from Asia through the Louisiana ports, and then they tried growing them down south, but it was just too hot. So I put the Satsumas over there on the wood, and I'm really excited to see if they get taken on the way back. I will be back in the next 5 days or 2 weeks, depending on how the weather is and all my other spots. I like to cycle back and forth between about 6 different spots just to keep myself fresh and new, but also still familiar with the territory. Can't wait to camp out here with Tristan and Cameron, maybe even Jonathan. Just big things coming in the future. We have the release of Stacy Brown's Mookie experiments. I helped out behind the scenes with that. Plus John and Tristan make their film debut. Jack McClellan and Ethan also did hard work. Jack shot it, Ethan did the sound. It's just incredible stuff. And then Void Cat, my movie, just got submitted to a couple more film festivals. We're coming off, you know, a standing ovation in Tallahassee, the horror festival there, and then also a second place finish for that kaiju festival in Los Angeles. Man, I wish I could have been in the building for that, but I heard it was electric, and we lost to a 45-minute dinosaur film, so it is what it is, you know. But man, I'm living the dream. Every day is about the journey, and I like to document it, you know, in my books and in video form, and also just through memory and in podcasts. I stay active on the radio circuit. If you have Apple Music or Spotify or any of those outside of YouTube or TikTok, just search my name, Connor Flynn, or Bigfoot Anonymous or Bigfoot Anon. I have done countless shows. I have baked key lime pound cakes with older women and talked about true crime. I have talked about UFOs. I have also done stories about flat earth and the Mormon church. So it's really cool just tapping into many different categories because they all do connect. And I'm all about drawing the sacred lines to where we all came from. That's what this is all about. This is just part of my journey. Every single day, it's just a new chapter. I write down in my dream journal. I type in my books. I share comments. I read emails. There's always a lot going on. And then you have to cleanse yourself and manifest encounters and positivity and just clear thought. Then you also have to plan and scope out and try to be one step ahead at all times. And that's truly the balance that I love walking and enjoying. And I've met just such incredible people along the way. When I was sleeping under bridges and at gas stations and near Walmarts, I could have never imagined being, you know, welcomed into a family and a community. And every day I'm rewarded for following my dreams and following my path. All your needs will be met in abundance when you do that. Just so excited for 2022. If everything lines up, you know, it's gonna be full force. We have some great discoveries that are under wraps, and just can't wait to be enlightened with the world and that rug to be flipped over, because you can only hide so much stuff underneath it. And the establishment is shaking and crumbling. And it's good to take people along with it. Got thousands of people on YouTube. Got 25,000 strong on TikTok. And we find fossils even in the gravel. Keep your eyes peeled for more. I'm also looking for pottery, from the arrowheads down to blades, into even bowls or pipes or knives. I also have a couple blades and knives that I'm going to be gifting to Sasquatch. On another trail, I left them a blanket from BF Bud, because the Panhandle winters do get cold. Not much snow, maybe a little ice and dew, but still below freezing some nights. And I want to keep the little juvies warm, or at least be able to, you know, break the wind from entering camp. We have 62 people watching live right now on TikTok. That is incredible. Thank you so much, guys. Please set your notifications and also drop a like on my most recent video. It has been blowing up recently. Had, I think, 16,000 views overnight. So I'd love to see it hit 100,000, you know, by the end of the day. But man, let's just keep up the incredible pace. We're in the Panhandle of Florida, not far from Ocheesee Pond, where one was captured in the 1800s. There have also been tons of other sightings in this area and along this river. There have been some violent outbursts from the skunk ape and an other type of creature, like a giant sloth. Some people say it's the hog-nosed bear. Some people say it's a dog man. Other people say it's a demon and something much darker. I am definitely just trying to cross that bridge when there are no cars. That's all we can do. There is tons of forest language out here, and also stories of little people. So you have to watch out for the gremlins. And a lot of people, you know, make jokes about the ghoulies and the gargoyles and the little people and the fairies and the fae. But they've always existed, guys. We look back at the 7 dwarfs, or the Keebler elves, or the tooth fairy, or even just the people under the stairs, or the fear we have of putting our fingers under our bed. That little weird voice in the back of our head is the little people saying, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna tear your fingers off. I'm gonna rip your toes. And then we start thinking about the Easter Bunny, or maybe even Santa and the reindeers, or the Grinch and Shrek. We've always been surrounded by the missing link. And I just love remembering it and reminding people also where we came from. And that's what it's freaking about. And, you know, I've made so many good companions on this journey, and also just a couple people that will never understand. And you can't let that slow your pace. You can, you know, catch them in the streets, but, you know, I'm all about pushing this game forward, and it starts with positivity and awareness, and also just being out there, man. You can't catch Sasquatch on film if you're not in the field filming. And some people tear me up for not being quiet when we're out here, but man, you got to think sometimes we just got to raise our curiosity. We're not deer hunting. We're looking after a being that has mass interest in us. Here's some mud right here, so we're gonna see some good tracks. Bunch of deer tracks. Come on, baby. A bare footprint would be really nice. Come on, baby. That footprint we found in Mayaka was incredible. One guy inverted the colors and he said there was 6 toes. Very cool. Squatch Me Now shared it out. Got over 500 likes, man. It's something special. I saw this thing from far away. Couldn't tell if it was a porcupine or a dogman head or just a clump of junk. But it's so cool being out here in the Florida swamps, surrounded by alligators and poisonous snakes. Because this is what I dreamed about, being a little farm boy from Ohio. I had the Florida State Seminoles swimsuit. I dressed up as a Miami Hurricanes football player for Halloween. And then I had multiple Florida Gators long sleeve t-shirts. So I was a Florida boy before I even was a Florida boy. But I am a proud Buckeye, and the Bearcats are killing it. I went to Bowling Green State University, which also had a bunch of haunted, famous stories of scary tales in the theater, and students that, you know, sadly met their demise a little quicker than they planned. I'm really hoping this path loops around. I gotta find my north face. I know this loops to the main trail, but and that goes across. Okay, I do know where I am now. It's pretty crazy. 62 people in my live, so you gotta think what the numbers are for the whole show. It's very cool to see the numbers just explode like that. I definitely appreciate all the love and support. Again, please set your notifications so that way you know when I am live. And feel free to donate to my PayPal. It is in my link to YouTube and TikTok. You know, I'm not living lavish or anything. I just buy some gas and more equipment. I'm getting a thermal camera. Also getting some trail cams, getting a magnet fishing setup. So I have big fun plans for 2022. Plus I got to get my my license for my gun, or my firearm. I just passed the class for the CCW, so it's in process right now. Not that that really matters about carrying a gun out here in the wilderness, but the way the establishment is, you'd rather play by the rules than get thrown away and buried with no key or no chance. It's finally cooled down a little bit, but I still have a little bit of a sweat. I'm looking forward to a shower when I get home. Going to my mom's for dinner tonight, so I will definitely be filming at her pond and also behind in the cotton fields. The quest for looking for the lost little one, my mom's baby kitten, still continues. I always try to ask through my mind for the Sasquatch to bring it back. I think I found a doorknob. Whoa. That is pretty cool. It's really heavy too. I don't know where I should put it. I don't want to take it with me because it's not worth, you know, bad juju. So we'll just put it right here and I'll remember it. There we go, there we go. Very interesting. I found a lot of glass bottles in the region, so I'm guessing there has been some camps and homesteads that kind of been abandoned by bootleggers and moonshiners. Maybe just people running from the law or just trying to get away from it all. I really can't blame them. It's tough times in this world. We have to bond together with the ones we love. Stick with the community. Don't run to control systems or the power horses. It's always a good day when we're in the Florida nature. Just can't wait till the next time. Coming up right here though, that is awesome. I see a Kit Kat on the ground. That is mine. Yes. All those kids each threw something to me. It's like 15 pieces of candy. One bus. That was awesome. Very cool. Look at this thing. And you guys gotta think, if there are Bigfoot and Dogmen over there in those woods, all these lights are gonna bring them. I'm gonna be that guy in Freddy vs. Jason that just gets taken away into the darkness. I sure hope not, but at least I get to see all this before I go. It's so awesome. That is officially lit. Look at that thing, man. That is crazy. Wow. Danny Riles, real estate. He did a really good job with that, man. That is impressive. Look at that thing, man. Very cool. Yes, peace. Peace and love, baby. Peace and love. Appreciate all you guys watching too. Make sure you drop a comment on my most recent video. Hope it's viral by the time I'm home from the parade. Got the fire rescue right here. My dad just retired as a lieutenant fireman. So salute first responders. I also am friends with the captain here in town. I told him if he ever needs a hand with a bad fire, he knows what door to knock on. Love the fire rescue. This is very cool, very cool. We are at the Christmas parade here in Calhoun County. Magnolia, baby. That is awesome. It's magnificent seeing all the bright lights and everybody, you know, donating their evening to this so all the kids and people can get away from the static and see some bright lights and get some candy. Man, there's nothing better. Nothing better, man. Had an awesome day hiking today. Looking for the skunk ape, the stump jumper, the swamp thing. Got some awesome footage. Talked to some interesting people. I don't know what that car is doing right there. The Mossy Pond Fire Rescue. Very cool, very cool. My mom was just at Mossy Pond yesterday. It is full of forests and swamps. And one of the circularest most lakes in the world is in the area. And there's a certain type of algae or plant system that rises and falls with the water through the year. Really crazy stuff. Botanist was just telling us about it. It will be in one of my future videos as well. Got the Alta Fire Department right here. Very, very cool. I'm gonna pick up some more candy while I can. We got some Airheads. Oh, and some M&Ms, man. Nice. You can't beat it. See, I had both hands occupied, so I wasn't expecting the candy. But right place, right time, you know how it goes. Drop some likes, guys. Send this to your friends. Share the love. Share the love. It is a good time to be alive. Looked like he was caught in traffic. Oh, they got horses. Very cool, very cool. Probably the horses are not actually in there just because of all the bright lights. But the storage can hold all the elves, all the reindeer, and the 7 dwarfs. Good to see the Christmas parade here in town. Here's Santa Claus and the Grinch. Some of the first cryptids I was ever exposed to. Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph. Yes. And you cannot forget about the elves. Today is a great day. This is awesome. This is not far from where they have the haunted hayride as well. So just to change the seasons, turns from The Purge and Freddy and Jason to the Christmas lights. It's good to see the town out. Free Will Baptist Church. They're throwing out candy, of course. I should have dressed up as a Sasquatch and, you know, raised awareness. But I might have got hunted down in this area. See a lot of Alabama Crimson Tide license plates. That's an awesome little train right there. Salvation Express. Get on board with Jesus, baby. Yes, sir. Just positivity and the awareness of the great creator is where the power and the source comes from. The Florida Disaster Response Team, we of course had them to thank after the hurricane. My mom and her fiance Vic, they run a trucking company, and he actually got asked to participate. But sadly, he was working on his truck today, so he wasn't able to participate. But here's the library, employees, and the credit union. Bunch of elves. See, y'all thought this was just Christmas, but it's actually cryptids. That's an awesome antique. Dang. They're busting out the big guns for that one. I like it, I like it. We got the snowman, the Christmas tree, and a bunch of elves. Heck yeah, got the lights, got the lights. He's taking a detour. Oh. Here comes the Grinch up ahead. Guys, behind me is all woods, so be ready for something to snatch me right up. I'm seeing werewolves and Jason Voorhees here. This is a really cool situation. Hey, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! The Bodyford Farms. Very cool, very cool. They were very friendly. And it's an awesome setup. Got the dump trucks. Got the flatbeds. Got the fire trucks. Yeah. Gotta appreciate these times.
Alright, I'm running down there.
Got Usain Bolt running down the street. Toys for tots. Throw in your toys, guys. I see some candy on the road that I'm gonna snatch up. I'm just cleaning up litter. Nah, I mean. Nah, I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Smarties. Hershey's. My favorite. Oh, Smokey the Bear. Very cool. The Florida Service. Hey, hey. That's a monster truck, baby. I just wanted enough candy to munch on while I'm over here. Hey, hey. How's it going, guys? Merry Christmas. Yes. Tow motor. Yes. As a reindeer. I love it. And the wreath on front. I got a really good spot. Janie, thank you. There is no time to be negative. You know, these vibes are just magnificent, and you know, this only happens once a year. And the fact that people come out here and do their hard work, I have to appreciate it. I just showed up, I'm eating Smarties. So the least I could do is just bring my good vibes, and it's just such a good time. And this school right here, Alpha High School, is haunted. They actually tore down the most haunted part of the building. But my mom and my stepdad, Vic, actually got to do a tour, a haunted tour, before they tore it down. Before they tore it down, a guy actually threatened the construction workers, and he got charged with a felony. Hopefully they got that deduced in court. Nice ride. Heck yeah. That is a nice ride right there. That's a classic Ford. This guy's got a Bulldog's license plate. Oh man. Is that the Piggly Wiggly pig? That's a cryptid to me, man. That is a cryptid. This is awesome. Where are we at? We at the Panhandle of Florida, guys. What's up, guys? Happy holidays. Got the pageant queens right there. Very cool, very cool. Congrats to them. I think they were only just allowed to wave. They weren't allowed to talk. They got the elf ears? I need to get me a pair of elf ears. Very cool, very cool. My arm is getting tired. Gotta switch up the GoPro hand and the phone hand.
Hey, you want a Milky Way?
Yes, please. That's like my favorite candy. Thank you. You want that back? Or oh, we can have it? Oh, heck yeah, this is awesome. Thank you. Got this bracelet. Look at that. Oh, thank you. Good throw. Look at that. Now they got me on target over here. That's awesome. I got an awesome bracelet though. Check this thing out. Look at that. I want to wear that hiking. I'm actually going to gift it to Sasquatch down the road. Man, that is awesome. Everybody is smiling, having good vibes. I'm eating my Smarties. Nice ride. That's awesome. Have a good New Year, man. Thank you, thank you. That's awesome. That's an old school Corvette, man. That is fancy. That's an old school truck right there, man. That's pretty cool too. Happy holidays. Thank you, thank you. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, off-road in action. I caught that. Look at that. Put that on World Star. Put that on TikTok. Happy holidays. Got some more pageants. And the beep beeps behind it. Yes. Man, I didn't even know this town had this many people. It's awesome to see them come out. Wouldn't it be cool? Oh man, I was just gonna say, wouldn't it be cool to have a UFO encounter? And I think I just saw a light up in the sky. Hopefully I filmed it on the GoPro. This is awesome, man. I've refereed basketball right here. And man, it's my hometown. Well, not my hometown, but the town I live in now. And so I'm rooting for them. I was refereeing their basketball team. They were losing. They got all upset with me. I'm like, guys, I want you to win. Some elves. Bunch of elves right here. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I'll take some. Throw it here. Try to hit me. I'll take some. Yes, thank you. Yes. I'll toss them back. I got him in trouble. Gotta toss them back. Thank you. See, I got the front row ticket because the rest of the parade is in the town, and I live right over here. I hope nobody could track me down and assassinate me from behind. How's it going? How's it going? Happy holidays. A lot of elves, a lot of fairies, a lot of cool things. I appreciate it. Dang, this bus is the main event. Here's the horses, guys. Wow. Very cool. Magnificent animals. Look how big they are. Happy holidays. You guys have the most impressive float so far. It's awesome. Have you guys ever found any braids like mysteriously in your guys' horse hair before? They say like Sasquatch and maybe fairies braid horses' hair.
The fairies syrup?
Yup.
Fairy syrup, yeah. I had a bear that had them all the time.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. I've written books about the paranormal and about Sasquatch and about fairies, so it's cool to be on the front lines and find some of our common ground.
Yeah, he has them a lot too.
Oh, very interesting. Well, they were chosen. Yeah, very cool. So these two horses in the back have had the braiding happen. Have a good night, guys. Better holiday too. That is so cool. Look at that. Get the paranormal answers. Golf cart. Very cool, very cool. And the rest are the cars, guys. What a special time. That is so awesome.
13 past midnight's trivia question is, here we go guys, we're going. John Landis wrote and directed this 1981 comedy horror about two American students who were attacked by a werewolf whilst backpacking in England. What's the name of the movie? This is really easy.
Yeah, that one's easy. I knew that one. No Justice, No Peace was disqualified from playing.
Bigfoot Anon.
You were close, Sasha Bell. You were very close. But Bigfoot Anon did get it. It is American Werewolf in London.
Thank you guys for playing.
Connor, told you about our past lives, and I said earlier I believe I'm part Syrian. I was told that. You got the Syrians. Syrians A, though. Artistic integrity and honesty. And it's card number 18. The Syrian A beings come from the brilliant and brightest star in our skies, Sirius Dog Star, which is the Canis Major binary system, possibly trinary 9 light years from Earth. The planet's name originated from ancient Greek Serios for scorcher and is mentioned in Surah chapter 53 of the Quran titled The Mighty Star and Lord of Sirius. Ancient Egyptian goddess Sapdet and later Isis was queen of Sirius. Greek goddess Sothis was also of Sirius. The sixth-dimensional Syrian beings are benevolent, loyal, spiritual warriors who bear service to others. They are disciplined, reserved, and have self-mastery of healthy detachment, connection to all, and integrity. They have strong ties with Mother Earth's oceanic realm. They're calm, non-political, watery, and non-confrontational, yet can defend themselves easily if need be. They value honesty and transparency and prefer symbols to words. They are lovers of music, sacred geometry, and singing. The Syrian A beings, like the avian blue beings, live within the Ra law of one principles and practices. Syrian A beings visited Earth during ancient seeding projects and later worked with Egyptian, Sumerian, Inca, Mayan, and other ancient civilizations. Ancient Mayan legends say the Syrian A beings were the keepers of the 13th crystal skulls. The Syrian A beings were also involved in ancient cosmic wars with the Orion Alpha Draconian Empire. Cetacean, dolphin, whale, mermaid heritage originates from Sirius A. The Syrian A beings are a complex hybrid collection of species, though usually stand 6 to 7 feet tall. They have a vast array of skin colors from brown to very dark complexions to gray-bluish tones. Many have large protruding brains on the upper back of their skull. The amphibian genotype of Syrian A beings have webbed toes and fingers and a diversity of aquatic features. Music, artistic integrity, honesty, truth, gracious, serious, transparent, ocean creatures, merchant, traders, crystal, singing, accomplishment, success, commitment, and loyalty. Be kind! Guys, thank you so much. You're so sweet. I definitely appreciate you, really. Thank you. Yes, I will be getting a deck. I might pre-order Into the Lonely Woods. I really want that one. And it's like a lot more than I would usually spend. So you guys just paid for it. So thank you everyone for the super chats. And thank you everyone for being here and trusting in me. So Connor, you definitely exhibit all of these qualities. And I feel like with this deck, because it just explains the card and doesn't tell much of like an oracle, that's where someone like me would come in to kind of read the card. And what I'm getting as someone who's had extraterrestrial experience and someone who can connect to higher elevation beings, I feel like you may want to research this a bit more. You have all of the qualities of this alien race, you know? Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Wow. So you're definitely, even if you're not part Syrian, right? You really do. Brown Dot Flop, really, thank you. Dragons, everyone who donated anything tonight. There were other people earlier. Anna, I believe. Thank you guys so much. Good night, guys. So, Connor, what I would do is really look into the Syrians A and see if you feel like you belong there. If not, you really do have a lot of these qualities. And what the universe is saying, like the reason you drew this card is most likely because A, you have some kind of connection with them, and B, it wants you to focus on the positive qualities, okay, of this race and of yourself. Don't let anyone get you down the negativity. I feel like a lot of us YouTubers, everyone that I read for that's part of the YouTube and podcast community always has a snake in their grass, always has someone jealous, looking over, looking to troll them, looking to bring them down. And I feel like you really need to keep an eye on that lately. You know what I mean? Like really watch your back and make sure that nobody takes all of your goodness and kindness away from you. Okay. Don't become jaded. Let it roll right off your shoulders. It might become hard because like the bigger you get, the more known you get, the more you're going to get people that are just like a-holy to you. And I feel like that might be coming in for you for no reason at all. Like it does a lot of us. And the universe wants you to really stand strong and firm and know that you're a beautiful, great person with integrity and kindness, and keep that. Don't give your heart away. Don't shut it down. You're working hard and making good life choices, and then out of nowhere, a shitstorm starts and you can't figure out why. It's like mountain climbers getting to the peak. I swear I didn't see this card beforehand. It's steeper and the weather is worse up there, but if they were to give up or spend time crying about why it's so hard, no one would ever get to the top of Everest. Most of us would rather chop off a hand than climb a snow-covered mountain, but it's still a great metaphor for making stuff happen. Things get harder before you level up. Know that. See? I swear, it just kind of went together. Things get harder before you level up. Know that. Oh, clipboard, do your job. All right.
This guy fell on the side of the road. Tristan's helping him. Jeez. Just got out of Ghostbusters Afterlife, and it was just so incredible, man. I was just on a roller coaster of emotions. I even shed some tears. I got some inspiration for some real life ghost investigation. I was with Tristan and John, so it was awesome IRL in real life. The whole place was packed, man. We're right by a bunch of haunted places here, so we're gonna get our little Peter Venkman on here. But man, stay after the credits because there's some incredible scenes, man.
But are you a god?
Am I a god? I am a man. I am a dog. I am a guy. What's up, y'all? I am just soaking in this super wolf moon eclipse. The eclipse has not kicked in yet, but I'm still out here soaking in the vibes, exploring. Hear a lot of strange animal sounds that sound like a mixture between a dog and an owl. Gonna go check out this abandoned haunted trailer. It's just through my backyard. It's my own little escape and experimental place. I always thought this bar being bent over was crazy. We're not too far from Rocky Creek, the rod bender. I always thought this was cool. There's a metal ring on here. And a bunch of ledges for the frogs to exist on. This tree was so massive, but Hurricane Michael ripped it down and apart. Gotta turn off the lights real quick so I can be incognito. Hide behind this telephone pole. Nice. They're turning that way. A lot of squatters come through this area. So I'd not be surprised if someone called the police on me. Can hear the dogs, coyotes, and wolves in the distance. The real question is a lycanthrope gonna join them? Anyone in there? You can get up and under the trailer, but sadly the door is bolted. You can see my reflection. Got the phone today. Figured it'd have a little bit better zoom on the GoPro. The thorns are attacking me. The wolf moon is the longest in this century. Pretty cool. Definitely have some rare vibrations. Those bunnies in there. That's Playboy. It looked like a bunny man. Bunch of tires that have been thrown away. This is a dump spot. There's a chair. Car seat that's been eaten and rotten away. Tarps and blankets. Bunch of junk. After the hurricane, people were just looting and being destructive of property basically everywhere. I always think of this like a little burrow. We're gonna go sit on the edge of the woods and try to listen for some howls. Talk to you guys soon. We're here doing a pit stop at my neighbor's new house, but it's his old place too. And there's actually been about 3 people that have passed away in this place. We're about to go see Ghostbusters. I was about to say ghost hunters. Yes. Yes. Ghostbusters Afterlife, which we pretty much live every day. But I wanted to show you guys that Yowie is doing good. My neighbors brought them over to the new house, and she is thriving. What's up, girlie? I missed you. How's your wounds healing up? Can't even see them anymore. You're such a tough little pumpkin. Little Yowie. Yeah. And we just had the ghost box say James, so I'm going to have to ask about James. There's been a lot of activity in this house, and even more behind at the park, Jennings Park, which they're tearing down and building apartments. Talk about a poltergeist equation.
I used it in my final school project. I
did.
That's some straight Jurassic Park shit.
One of those sounds is me going at the mic, so I don't know which one. Don't do it, please. Please don't do it.
There's that. There's this part.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some effects on it.
Yeah, it's weird.
These gutturals, no effects.
Is that me or you?
That was me.
That was you? Okay. We spent like a whole 2 hours up here just ducking around. We were like waiting on Chris because Chris said he was going to come by, and then he was like, sorry guys, I'm doing something
Oh, that's
else.
me running my wedding band down the strings of the guitar. Good. Then all the with a ton of effects and some sub bass.
It's all like I just got wasted in
Great, right?
I wish next time we do it, we need to figure out a way to kind of put it onto like one track so you could just arm it and make something off of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I did the bass in Void Cat.
Well, that's what I've been trying to get better at in After Effects is making more pre-comps that I can just go in, because I've been
It saves
really
so much time.
I know, and I haven't been using them like I need to, because I'm like, I gotta finish this, and I just kind of say forget it. But I will say the Mocha Pro I've been playing with, it taught me very quickly today that pre-comps are the most important.
The bass hit that I already showed you. And then without the effects, sounds like this. You can tell it's just me plucking the bass. Put the effects chain on, and the screech on top of it.
RPG from Expedition Bigfoot. I think I sent you the message of him saying the creature is really impressive.
Oh, yeah, RPG,
Nice.
yes.
This is actually just feedback. So I took my guitar, held it up to the monitors, and just like let it start screeching into the microphone, and then I just affected from there.
That's perfect.
Gordon.
And then this is all guitar and piano.
My car doesn't even have an alarm, and I think it's going off. And I feel that shit, and I'm like, oh.
The roars we did.
Don't play the raw, just play the finish. Whatever you do.
Is that a Warbat roar? Just
Maybe. I don't know. I'm
think
scared to
that's it.
find out, because you get to hear some really awkward sounds from me. So
yeah.
you guys missed it when we were. He had the mic open a minute ago. Open the mic back up. I want to play my sound for Jake. As soon as it's got loaded.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I went and switched over.
You know,
I can switch back in a second.
Discord tells me when you're in Ableton.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. It said Ethan or One Bound is now live in Ableton.
Nice.
Interesting.
I'm still stuck on when I open that drawer.
I wanted to keep that. You know.
Oh,
Yeah. I want to keep that. Oh shit, Jacob! I wish I had.
Do you still have that footage? You need to
have
show
it.
Harper that. That is hilarious.
I have
I've been looking for it.
I have it.
You have it? Good.
I have it. I wish I had.
It'd be really easy for your foot to get like caught up under one of those and trip.
Yeah, so do be careful. Yeah. We usually take this path up here along the right.
Here, you want to use the flashlight, Ethan?
No, man, you're good. You're good. You want to take this one, Jack? Over here?
I'm good. Don't bother me, man.
Oh my god.
Did I hear somebody say Daniel feels like a girl?
Yeah, in fact, you did hear Jacob say that.
Daniel Bramblett.
Yeah. You just get another confirmation from me for.
The communist. That hates that.
Balance is indeed not that good. So far, Connor has like immaculate balance.
He has to.
If what they're saying, NASA, all that crap, we all have good balance because we're all flying through space a bazillion miles per hour. But I just, you know, figured out we're stationary. I think that helps a lot with my equilibrium.
Also, we're struggling yet knowledge of things for everything. Can you still see okay?
Yeah, I'm just...
Okay. Hey, yo, Ethan, why didn't we take this path before? This is way easier.
I don't know. That's a good question.
We've been like working ourselves, man.
Did you guys go in the woods or something?
We've
No,
been
just like
sticking
right
over
there.
and it's
Oh,
like
oh yeah, way more treacherous.
pain. Like, why are we? What are we doing for ourselves? I was super bummed to hear about Daniel's mom, though.
Oh yeah,
That's horrible. She was like the best. Absolutely. Like, what was even worse is, like a few days before I heard about it, I was in Bristol and I passed by their house and I was like, man, I hope she's doing okay. Like,
right.
but she was always so kind. That made me so upset when I heard that.
It's actually a couple days after she had passed that they made a phone. Changed the news.
I messaged him when I found out, talking about it, I know that I had to hit really hard for him. Because he loved his mom.
Oh yeah.
Can I see the flashlight for just a second?
I mean, I've tried talking to Daniel too. He just wasn't even bothered talking to him.
Getting off camera just a tad bit.
Yeah, we are a little bit.
Start making our way down this path right here. Here you go.
You think? I mean, if it's like this all the way there in the middle, I'd say we go middle shit. Because we have, like, I mean, look at it, it looks flatter that way. Well, you're right. I guess when you get over that side, it does become dirt primarily. Yeah. Let me open the door in a few seconds. Jacob, do you have any way to play the Halo Infinite multiplayer?
I'm usually getting a PC screen.
Nice.
Because we've been playing the Infinite multiplayer quite a bit.
Y'all want to play some rounds when we get back?
I'm
Yeah.
down if you want to get angry.
I'm down.
Yeah. That'll be awesome playing though. You guys use Discord to communicate?
Yeah.
I just downloaded it, so you guys are gonna have to teach me the ins and outs.
Dude, that's
Discord,
awesome.
once you learn how to use it, it's pretty helpful.
You get
I
to
just
hear
don't know
me.
shit about Discord.
You get to hear me and Jack
Oh
just
my god.
completely lose our cool.
Yeah. I get so mad in Halo Infinite. Yeah, like
Where are we?
this way. Right here.
Is it that way?
Yeah.
Me and Arthur's been playing First Class Trouble.
First Class Trouble?
Yeah. This one's been out for a while, but they just released it for all consoles.
I saw a game called Police Simulator. It's on, Zach has it. Yeah. Fucking Brandon and, Trevor were playing it last night. And it's like, you just cruise around and like, watch the shit happen, and you can like you can like tase people, it's pretty funny. Yeah. That did not break like I thought it would.
Oh. So before they logged this was all just forest that you could walk through?
Oh, you couldn't even walk through it. It was like
Oh, wow.
they had this done before we cleared in 2 days.
Dang.
I know, when you told me what they paid him, I was like, dude. I'd have been like, hell no. More. Way more. You hear that, Connor? Oh,
Yeah, the whole.
You can go ahead. Entry, please.
Yeah.
Alright, here's another. Oh, come on, it's okay. There's a vine, you can thorns on it.
It's fine.
Go ahead, pup.
There's marks the end of my property right now
At the clay pit?
on that clay pit.
Dang. This just.
Look at the sky, dude. Oh my goodness. I wish I had my telescope right now.
Holy shit.
So y'all see that super bright star? Just really sticks out at you?
Mm-hmm.
That's Venus.
Right up there.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, point your light at it, Connor.
Yeah.
It just starts moving.
You'll see it a little bit better.
Oh, I see all the planes. I see 1, 2, 3.
Oh, dude, just sit here. I guarantee a dozen planes will go by.
Hopefully we see a meteor
Guarantee.
or a UFO.
Saw a satellite earlier. Y'all see? Let me turn my
I
flashlight.
saw that like spotlight looking thing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
So
it.
right where I'm pointing right there,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you'll see a spotlight going around, or a
Is that the
lighthouse type of
factory?
light. That is Quincy Municipal Airport.
Oh, wow.
Let me do it again in a second. There it is.
Yep.
I feel pretty alright if there's any slithering friends out here.
No, I wouldn't be worried about planes. I need the tall people to go first. Catch all the spider webs for me.
Hey, look at this freaking tiny longboard.
You like that?
Yeah, man.
Tiny longboard.
Living its best life out here, I see.
Go ahead and prepare yourself to just be picking off all the hitchhikers after this. Actually, yeah, you can't go first because you got the flashlight.
It's just good to have the flashlight like on somebody, you know, for the shop.
No shit, really?
No shit.
Oh, you hear that, Ethan?
Huh.
Jacob doesn't live in Bristol anymore. He lives in Tallahassee.
What?
That means he lives closer to you.
No way, dude. You gotta come chill.
I'll make it. It'll be the first.
There are thorns. Just be mindful.
Definitely pretty squatchy back here, too.
Oh yeah. And Connor, this is your first time out here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob, we're in Tallahassee at now, man.
I'm actually right between the tower and highway.
It's a little bit more treacherous than our hike in Chattahoochee.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
But try to leave it that way because it's real good filming. Okay, I thought
We're
I
all
saw
living
something there.
together, paying $3.50 a month.
Like, individually?
Yeah.
Not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath.
And right up ahead,
For that matter.
my hunting blind.
Nice. Have you done any hunting?
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a nice.
How's that for a spider web?
That's thick.
That's pretty damn thick.
Arachnophobia?
That's like someone jizzed the wad and just collected it all. And
We're gonna go this way now.
Awesome. Ethan's hunting blind. Very cool.
It's the new resident eagle.
oh, how was it?
Got another thick one right here.
Nice.
Mindful of that.
Yeah.
Some light right there.
And I'm over here making jokes about
So for Lost and Found, this right here is kind of where we posted up. A lot of our gear and everything, played some freaky music.
Yep.
And following this trail is where Jack started rolling behind Jacob.
This is actually where we even first started shooting.
Yeah.
Right here.
Jacob actually laid down right here. And this is when he wakes up in the very, very beginning.
Wow.
If you get low enough and sniff, you can smell my snot.
Jacob, you want to recreate it real quick? I'm just playing, of course.
But your interest here, I think, is going to be, this used to be a house.
Wow.
So just kind of look around
Yeah, the foundation.
and look right here. Right here is a spigot. An old shallow well.
That's magnificent. I would love to do some metal detecting back here.
And right here is a fence line that's actually still up. It might be a bit further out. I don't know if you can see it.
Probably just that cutoff right there. I don't know.
That's a bright ass light, Connor.
That is a really good light.
Yeah.
But our speculation is this either burned down or it just got torn down and flattened out. And this used to be their property.
Wow.
Because this is now my property. So all of this used to be cleared out and probably had some crops on it.
Yeah.
That's spider web holding up the little end. The little pine.
You know, we're seeing some serious signs of a giant spider. We should probably...
8-legged freaks.
We should probably be the first ones to see it.
Yeah.
It's gonna get touchy soon.
Yeah.
Gonna be bobbing weaving in between trees.
It's alright, I'm fine with being a minor character who does.
There's another spigot right here. What? And just up ahead is the shed.
This is pretty far back here. It's awesome. This is a little gem in the rough.
Yeah. You only notice how far back it is when you're carrying a generator.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I could imagine.
I encountered a black racer right over here.
Nice.
Yeah, Jack remembers. He was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Big one?
I don't know. I only caught like its tail and then it just disappeared.
Wow.
And here we are.
Dang. The famous cabin from Lost and Found. This is huge.
Yeah. They used to moonshine here, and you can see some evidence of it. Or you could. Where's it at? What the hell? That's weird. Okay, so there used to be a giant paddle back here that
Stir?
that they obviously stirred with, and it's not here anymore. And some rather fresh-looking beer.
Maybe some squatters who came, or maybe the skunk ape.
That's weird. Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, so right back here is where he found the idol.
The idol. Next to this old
Don't-
1970s driving list. Yeah, don't step on that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there is. Look at that.
Look at the fake blood still on it.
Nice. Yep, this is where he found the idol.
And this is a driver's ed book that's been in here with the date of, where's the date at? Let me see.
1971.
There it is, 1971.
Wow.
And in really good condition, surprisingly.
Yeah, it is.
And another pile of stuff. What, this breaks through? Yeah.
This could be it. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Accidents. You may be one of them.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this
we had
was.
the fog machine set
That
up
face
right
is
back
pretty
here.
scary too.
Kept spitting it out.
Yeah, we had the fog. Yeah, what do you say? We had the fog machine over there. We had the generator was right outside the door.
Yep. Right.
We had a long extension cord coming in here. Cool.
There's some books down here I've never seen this.
They're new.
Yeah, apparently.
New additions.
We just have a ghost here who likes to read.
Yeah. A bunch of shoes though, and a lot of people take missing shoes as signs.
It's another driver book.
Another driver's ed book.
What the heck?
I guess he didn't know how to drive.
Jack, you should give it to Miranda.
Oh yeah. I should. Good joke. So I'm not the only one who noticed this is a bad driver, right? I'm covered in hitchhikers, but that's okay.
So Connor, what are your thoughts?
This is remarkable. It's a lot bigger than the film made it seem. I
Yeah.
thought it was like a little shed, like just
No.
like a little thing. Like this is a whole mansion
It's
compared to
pretty
what I was envisioning. But to
Yeah.
be here is so cool because you guys know I love filming locations, let alone your guys' film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, and then we had the lights. We were constantly moving the lights around in here to get everything nicely lit, and the sun was coming through the rafters pretty nice. We're getting some really cool shafts of light. It was nice.
Oh my god, right is.
Oh, I'm being coming.
This is the Haven Woods, so that's really cool that it
Yes.
crosses with the nuke
Careful,
silos.
there's a real nasty hook right there. Yeah.
Do you remember
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like a dead one.
Yeah, the old way.
Or whatever, it's all whatever.
Oh, I love good old dry rot.
Where is it?
I don't know.
The moon's not paddle.
Shit.
Yeah, apparently.
I was telling Connor about my former coworker Will Buck.
Will.
He had his he took me out to his grandma's house outside of
Royal
Right outside
Crown
of Georgia.
Cola.
and it actually it really isn't too far from here, but it's a lot. It reminds me of this a lot. It's completely worn down. Except it's far more dangerous to get into. There's no foundation really anymore. It's just like hanging on by threads. It's terrible too. Dude, you know what would suck?
Yeah.
That's some like Jason shit right
That's
there.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Jason on a roid. Yeah, move over, Jason. Here comes Jackson. Hmm? It's the piano that belonged to Ethan Trammell many years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Actually, you might be right.
It is.
It's not, because it felt like a cartoon.
Yep, definitely is.
An old piano.
What would it be doing now back here?
Hey, look, there's the rest of it right there.
We need to
Wow.
bring the ghost box out here and do some experiments.
That would be really interesting.
Start playing piano.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, me and you, you had the headphones and I was asking the questions. We had some crazy energy flowing, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna ghost hunt that fucking warehouse.
Hey, you're looking at the right guy.
That's the warehouse we filmed Zillafoot into.
Yeah, well, might be some difficulty with that one, Jacob, in the form of they've increased security out there, and like the actual giant warehouse portion, like that's no longer accessible.
Woo! Woo!
No longer accessible.
It's so stupid.
Trust me, dude, we don't want to steal anything.
I'm pretty sure Harper's friend training on that program. I was in the abandoned farmhouse
Alright.
on the parents' property.
Are any of those individuals up for doing acting in horror films, which include but are not limited to gore, harsh language, violence, nudity? Like, yo, we ought to show them the clay pit at night.
I don't know, we can if you want.
I mean, that's up to you. I've never been out there past sun or past sundown. So.
Probably be best to go around back where we were and down where the street at all.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to
Be
say
a lot
too.
safer than this.
Yeah, for sure.
Because once you start stepping past here, it just gets
Yeah, no, it's hell on earth. Little girl here don't mind though. She's like, yeah,
Yeah, your puppy dog's awesome.
to be a dog, man. Gonna get a whoop whoop for the gators. Sorry, Connor.
Chomp chomp.
Yeah. Connor was pulling for the
The Nolas.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Noles and the Gators were playing to not fire their coach. Ohio State and Michigan were playing for the playoffs. The Buckeyes losing definitely hurt, but it was cool seeing Michigan. They haven't won in like 8 years, so the whole city exploded, and you know, gotta appreciate that.
That was a wild game too.
It was. Came all the way down to the end.
Yeah.
And we tried coming back a few times, but just couldn't get it together.
Street lights? Yeah. Poke that a little bit. Whoa! Hey.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm attached to it as well.
I got a pretty big interview tomorrow with Sasquatch Theory. All his videos get like at least 10,000 views.
Oh shit.
But his last documentary got 200,000 views.
Oh, nice.
If you get Bigfoot documentary and then like the current year 2021, if somehow that hits the algorithm, I've seen so many videos that's just like subpar documentaries, but they just blow up because of the term documentary. People just click on it.
Damn, bridges could be fucking huge.
Yeah. Well, maybe re-release Bridges or something.
6 minutes of it.
I would definitely vote to re-release.
Add a little bit more footage and then just re-release it.
Yeah. Ah, thanks for it.
Sorry, bro.
No, you go.
Yeah.
I know you got a tough jacket. Luckily, it hurt your shoulder.
My leg.
Right in the thigh.
Right.
I was just in a video recently that I got hit in the face with a branch because someone did that, and I'm like, oh fuck, and the guy's like, yeah, you should watch out on that. I'm like, you did it.
Hey, look out for that train.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I thought you spent the better part of 20 minutes getting protected off me while we were
Yeah.
now I'm just spending the better part of another 20 minutes.
I got both hands occupied, so my hitchhikers are hitching.
Yep, there we go.
Come on, puppy dog.
Oh, yeah. There we go. All the hitchhikers.
So where did it come from? That building, building machine plant, whatever the heck it's called.
Excuse me real fast. I have to take a urination break.
Good morning, y'all. It's a gloomy day here in the Panhandle of Florida. I'm just spending some time with the lost people of our region. My landlord and a good friend of mine, Charles, passed away within the past few months. Malpractice. And he's buried here. He's on the other side of the graveyard. And I'm excited to see if he's got a headstone set up yet. He had just a little marker the past few times. The Peacock family and the Wimberly family, very well known around here. There's a bridge named after him. And of course, my buddy John, he comes from the Wimberly family. Always love seeing the deer, the duck, the dogs, the Florida gators, the tractor, the farm. I think gravestones should represent who we are and be a celebration of our life, not just dates. There's so much in between. Barfield family, my good friend Una. Her family actually started McClay Gardens in Tallahassee, and she used to spend a lot of time at the Phillips Mausoleum, which is famous because he got his skull stolen. She was friends with his ghost. She'd run away and sleep there when times were too rough at home. 1875. Got my EMF detector out here. It'll be very interesting if it does start to go off. I'm going to download the Necrophonics app on a tablet so I can bring it out with me. Also looking into buying a REM pod. And a couple other devices. Hopefully just make it happen over the next few months into the new year. But of course, if anybody has a lead on one, I'm getting a P.O. box set up. Would love for people to send me random stuff or even pictures and letters. Private of the Air Force, Korea. He must have fought alongside my uncle. Charlie Willard, the Freemason. Here's a stuffed animal. We're also going to get a couple spirit boxes and take the Estes method to the next level. But if you'd like to donate, my PayPal link is always in the bio. My PayPal link is in the Bible. Everybody's is. Peacocks. Just a beautiful morning. Thanks for visiting with me, guys. What's going on, guys? It's a chaotic day in Mariana. One of the guys escaped from Sunland. I guess he's one of the more violent people in the facility. So they have the high school on lockdown, and they gave all of our local businesses a warning. Keep an eye out.